What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Dope Black Therapist Podcast. I'm your host, Blaze, and I'm so glad that you're here. So, yesterday, I recorded a completely different episode than what I'm going to do today. I was excited and I was coming off of the euphoria from doing a presentation, and I went back and I listened to it, and I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And today I was just moved to just come back and just do it again because I can, you know. And it got me to thinking about how a lot of times, we go through these things that we think that we can't do something, we can't do something, we can't do something, or somebody, reminds us that we can't do something or that we are completely sucking at this task, and they always try to bring us down. And a lot of times that person is us. We always see our faults. We always see the things that we are, in our own opinion, not doing so great at. And we allow ourselves to stop us from moving in a direction where we know that we are going to be successful and we're going to be productive. And we stop ourselves so short out of so much fear, yo. And it's just like it 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 reminded me of how far it reminded me of how far I've come in my journey as far as dealing with my depression and my suicidal ideations and my suicide attempts and everything. All of those times where I thought that I couldn't, or that I wasn't good enough, and all those times that I thought that I was just a shitty person because other people said that I was a shitty person, or I started to believe that I was a shitty person because I wasn't functioning in the way that I was supposed to function. I look at those things and how I was curling up in a ball on the floor crying, dealing with my depression after my separation and my divorce and all these things. And I'm just like, I sit here now and I'm doing this podcast, and you all tune in consistently. I've gotten messages from people saying that me sharing and me talking about these things have been helpful, and it makes me question why I doubt whether I can do this type of stuff. And as I doubt myself, because that depression monster still tells me all the time, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. How many of y'all deal with that same type of thing? Like, you know that you're good at something. And whatever reason, whether it be your depression, whether it be your past traumas, whether it be your anxiety, whether it be family members, whether it be friends, whether it be coworkers, these motherfuckers are coming to your head and you start to believe that you are not good enough. Fuck that. You are. You are more than enough. You are more than qualified to do the shit that you set yourself out to do. You know, I had the pleasure of attending two conferences over the past 2 weeks. The first one was a Black mental health conference, specifically, for us, for Black clinicians and social workers and all of these for Black professionals. I'd never been to a conference like this before. And we walked in and it was like a vibe the whole time. DJs, and we got up and we sang "I'm Black and I'm Proud" in the beginning of this whole conference. That was a whole vibe in itself. And I felt inspired after going to the classes and stuff that I listened to, and I felt inspired to do that much better with my practice, professionally and personally. Right. But I was also motivated to be sure that I was one of the people who actually speak at a conference that's coming up later on. For years, I would stop myself from speaking. Like, if it comes to fire and life safety, I got that. I got that. I'm great at that. When it comes to mental health, there was always this doubt that I am not as qualified as some of my friends and my colleagues are who are doing this thing, who have been doing this thing for longer. And then yesterday happened where I attended the North Carolina Counselor Association conference, and I put my name in the hat to be a speaker. And my session was the first one of the day at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, on Friday night we had us a good old time. You know, it was a lot of we did karaoke and open bar and all this type of stuff, and cash bar and all this kind of stuff we was doing. We had a good time. So I'm thinking, oh shit, ain't nobody gonna come to this presentation. It's too early in the morning. At least let me be at the end of the day, or even after lunch, where I can, do something to get some people motivated. But I was like, nah, the hell with it. I went in and I know my topic. I know about Black men. I know about first responders. I'm confident because I'm both of them. And I started to speak, and it felt like home. It felt like home. It felt like I was exactly where I was supposed to be, in front of people, talking about mental health and what we can do to address these things and to under-addressed populations, Black men and first responders. There's a lot of things we have in common, but there are also several differences. And I can speak to both of them. And the feedback that I got back from the people who were in the sessions, amazing. It was validating, that I was making the right choices. I was doing the right things, because that's what I eventually want to do. I want to speak. I want to speak more. And I've talked about this before in previous episodes. I want to speak more. I want to do more workshops. And the fact that I saw so many Black leaders leading the charge in both of those conferences, I made so many connections with people that are outside of my expertise that I want to learn more from. I learned so many things from people who will allow me to learn from them. I'm looking for consultations for clients that I'm having difficulty with. And I saw people and I met people who deal with the type of clientele that I'm having the most difficulty with. So I'm going to reach out to them for consultation to help me to work through these things. I don't have a problem admitting that I need some help with this type of thing. And I learned so much about business from just sitting at a table and just talking to people. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm going further and further in this role. Y'all can do this too. I know a lot of y'all have skills that you're sitting on. I know a lot of you have skills that you are denying yourself and putting out in this world out of fear. Do it anyway. It ain't gonna stop you. You know, you got the gift. You have this thing that you want to share with everyone. Let the world see it. Don't keep stopping yourself. Yes, doubt was going to be there. Yes, there's going to be fear. Yes, there's going to be fear. I'm still scared to go out and do this kind of stuff. But like my friend Patrick told me, doubt yourself and do that shit anyway. Thanks, Patrick. You rock so hard. It's okay. Go out and do that shit. Do that shit, because nobody's going to do it better than you. Nobody's going to do it like you do it. Nobody's going to do it like you do it. You're going to put your own spin on this thing, and this shit is going to blow all the way up. What's the point of you being the best kept secret? Share that shit. Let them know. That's what I'm going to damn do. I'm ready. I'm tired of being scared to be successful. I'm not. The hell with that shit. I don't. If it's supposed to happen, I need to allow it to happen. I don't need to be. I don't need to get in my own way to stop this from happening. You know, I'm the one that's limiting me right now. Ain't nobody else doing it. That's all on me. Right? So I'm going to start believing what these folks are telling me. Everybody can't be lying to me, right? And I got to stop listening to that damn depression monster. You know, it's kind of like, you know the old skit with Bernie Mac from Kings of Comedy, right? And he's talking about, they talk about they want to tell you about where to go and how to do it. Sit down. Don't park the car there. Light red. Stop. Taste this. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm trying to tell my depression monster. I'm trying to tell that all the damn time because it has no place here. It has no value. It's not helping me in any kind of positive way. My depression or my anxiety is keeping me from being great. I imagine your depression and your anxiety and your traumas and all that stuff is stopping you from being great too. Mm-mm. They don't get that power. They don't get to have that power over us anymore, y'all. Tell her to shut the fuck up. Let's get this shit done. You are loved. You are valued. You are dope as hell. And I will see you on the next go round. Peace.